course, before we went on break, we were talking with the CS about this bold plan to plant 15 billion trees by this country. And of course, so far, we've achieved about a billion trees and counting. And this year's Mazingira Day is all about us going back. In fact, the program is called Turudi Primo.
Yes.
Talk to me about that. You did talk a little bit about why it was important to go back to the schools. Talk to me about the mechanics of it, the logistics of it. How many trees are you aiming to plant through this? How is it going to be to access these seedlings? 35,000 schools across the country, that's a lot of schools. What's the plan to send the seedlings to these schools to make sure that it's a coordinated effort?
Oh, thank you very much. And as we said, the rallying call, the theme is Turudi Primo, to donate fruit trees, and to clean environment.
Okay.
So we are talking about that. Now we have 35,000 schools. So the primary thing we talked about is we were able to mobilize we were led by His Excellency the President, mobilize the cabinet secretaries, the principal secretaries, CEOs and chairmen. And what we are telling them is they need to go back to their school and donate 2,000.
Or individually?
Yes, 2,000 fruit seedlings. So we have roughly over 200 schools being sorted. But yet again, we were looking at the other schools, the 35,000. So what we will have is in strategic areas, NYS will be able to provide fruit tree seedlings along the road, maybe the main highways. But also we are telling them that this is again a time to capacitate the tree nurseries around you. In every school, there are tree nurseries that we've been able to map out, and we are able to inform the primary schools where they are so that the people can buy fruit trees and come and plant. Because it is our responsibility as Kenyans. We can only do our part as the ministry, but for us as Kenyans, let us think about that child who will have something to eat at the end of the day. So that is why we are telling Kenyans, let us donate, let us contribute, and let us go back and plant these fruit trees.
All right, so there's this drive, and like just we said before the break, planting trees is easy,
yes,
or relatively easy. Keeping them alive and for them to grow to maturity is a whole other ball game. What's the plan for this? What's the plan to keep these programs sustainable and not just something that is launched ceremonially?
Yes, you're right. There's need for capacitating, and we will have champions in schools to ensure that we are actually growing the trees. Again, this is a practice, a behavioral practice that we want to nurture among the children, so that they're able to take care of the environment. But as you have said when we were discussing, is that the ultimate goal is the 15 billion. This we are just targeting the 30%, which is the fruit trees. But then again, for the rest of the trees, including the indigenous trees, because indigenous trees are really critical when it comes to biodiversity, when it comes to climate resilience, when it comes to ecosystem restoration. Indigenous trees really play a critical role, as well as carbon sequestration. So we are not putting the indigenous trees away, because we have seen the impact they've had within our environment. There's flooding in of biodiversity whenever we have these indigenous trees. And so we again rallying that call. But for Mazingira Day, we had a focus on the fruit trees because of the practice that we want to have among our citizens, the ownership, even as we move forward towards the 15 billion tree.
Right. Now,